Pastor Connie and Wally?
Oh, I did not. I forgot. I forgot.
Let's do 5.
Okay. Hello, it's Cheryl with Sew Glue and Cheryl 2. Check out this apron. Look at the logo. You can read it. That's so awesome. Anyway, as I'm waiting for people to come on, give me just a minute. I'm going to get my computer, get myself pulled up here so I can see the comments. Look at. Super excited about that. And I'm going to sprinkle myself out to a couple places here. Take just a minute because it's sharing the internet. Let's see if it will let me post. All right. So if you're coming in, let me know you're here. Say hello. We are going to redo a tin. It was a hot cocoa tin that I think was like a Christmas gift, not to us, but to a friend of mine. And she asked if I could use these to craft with them. And I thought, let's give it a shot. So let's try. We're going to try to make over this tin. And we'll give it a minute or two to see if anybody joins. And then we'll get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a coat of white chalk paint Waverly plaster. And the reason for that is because I'm going to cover it with a napkin. We are going to turn this tin into a gratitude tin so that we can put little pieces of paper in here and keep our gratitudes in a tin. And I went on Canva and I created a cute little gratitude, little boy and girl praying on their knees, and it says gratitude jar on the top of it. So I printed out 2 different sizes. So I thought I would put one on top of the lid. Once I get the lid painted and I get a napkin decoupaged on it, I thought I'd put this kind of on the lid. It's kind of doesn't want to slide right now, but so I got that. And then once we paint this, we're gonna do a napkin on it, and then we'll put the little girl and boy with the gratitude jar on the tin. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to use the Waverly plaster chalk paint because I think that because this is tin, it does have like a covering over it, but I'm thinking the chalk paint will cover it. Well, hi, Carla. I've missed you. I was thinking about you. I was talking with Kathy earlier yesterday, and we were trying to get things fixed up for her YouTube. Thank you for sharing me out. I appreciate that. So we were working on her YouTube yesterday. We got her account set up, but there's some things that, unfortunately, on her iPad, I don't know if she's got an older version of Facebook or what, but things weren't where they were supposed to be. So, and not having an iPad, it's a little bit harder for me to tell her. So I gave her a couple tasks to work on, and then we'll come back together and see if she's got those things figured out. And I need to work with you next. So we need to figure out a time where you are not working or where you're available, and I have a little bit of free time on my calendar during the day to get you set up. How are you? How is it going with the Telegram? Are you feeling confident with using Telegram now? And if you're just coming in, we are making over a 10. I had a friend who had gotten these they're like hot cocoa, milk chocolate hot cocoa tins, and I have 2 or 3 of them. And so you left work and went to the doctor's. Oh no, not strep throat. That is horrible. I am so sorry. Okay, well, we have you. I'm going to add you to my prayer list. Right, girl? But this tin is a tin that my friend gave me. I think she got cocoa packets or something in it. And for Christmas, and she asked me if I could make something with them. And I thought, yeah, let's give it a shot. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a gratitude tin. We're going to call it a gratitude jar, but it's in the tin. And I'm going to kind of Mod Podge this purple napkin. These napkins were from the Dollar Tree. And I think they have them all the time during like Easter and things like that. But I bought these when they were actually $1, surprisingly enough. So I've had them a long time. But what I thought I would do is I'm using the Waverly chalk paint to kind of go over the tin, give it a coat, because I'm going to cover it with the napkin, but I want to make sure that the napkin is a little bit brighter. So I'm just going to go over the tin. I'm going over the lid real quick. And then I think what I'm going to do, I pulled out a couple ribbons. So we'll see. We're going to see if we can't make this look pretty. I'm just covering that. Hi, Kathy. How are you doing today? I think when I talked to you last, you were suffering from, you were like sick, but I think last time I had checked in with you, you were doing better. So I'm glad to see you today. Thank you for sprinkling. Oh, hey, by the way, check this out. What do you think of this, guys? Michelle from Pretty Pieces by Michelle had some printable iron-on, and she's kind of been helping me answer questions and helping me kind of get my page going and doing things. And so she was so generous. She made, all she did was she asked for my logo in like a black and white, and so I sent her a black and white logo, and then she created this for me. I thought that was so, and she put it in her computer, swapped it so it's readable for you, and I love it. And it's nice and thick too. I was so impressed. I'm like so excited to be able to see it. Oh, thank you, Carla. You're so sweet. You were admiring it? Or we're going to have to put in a good word for you. Oh, hi, Tasha. Well, welcome in. So your class is not until 7 o'clock. Okay. Yep. Well, I think I know a person. So we could certainly I could hook a gal up. I could hook a couple of you gals up. But welcome in, Tasha. We were just talking about my new apron. I was so excited to get it in the mail. She kept asking me when she was on lives if I had gotten the package, and I hadn't. The mail has been extremely slow, and so I did receive it yesterday. Got it in the mail yesterday. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that, Kathy. I appreciate it. So I am just going to give this tin a coat of chalk paint. It's a cocoa, like a cocoa tin. And I've seen them like where they're in a basket or something. And so my friend had these or had received these as a Christmas gift or something. And so she asked me if I could do something with them. And I told her, like any good crafter, I didn't turn anything down, right? It's almost a curse sometimes. So I accepted them and said, okay, challenge accepted. Let's see what we can come up with. So I decided, instead of making a gratitude jar, I'm going to make a gratitude tin. So, oh, Michelle, get a load of this. I see you peeking in on me. You've got to come in and say hi. By the way, we have some people that are jelly and they would like ones too. So you have to hook them up. You'll have to find out how much it would cost to sell those. You could have your own, well, you have a business, but you could have another business. Yeah. Well, let me tell you. So my mom called me the other day, and let me show you. Let me see if I can show you. So my mom called, and she said, oh, by the way, I cleaned out my craft box, and I'm sending you a box full of stuff. And I'm like, great. So Cheryl's house has now become, and my mom lives in Illinois. So she sent me like this box of like, so, I mean, I thought those were super cute. And so it gave new meaning to Happy Mail for me, but it's like, it's got some eyelet on it. There's some red ribbons from something. She's got some pieces of greenery, pieces of white in here. And it's all kind of like sort of connect. Orange ribbon. And there's like some of these craft ball things. So I'm like, wow, thanks. I mean, I don't know if I should be excited or concerned that people are now unloading their leftover craft supplies on me. So I don't know. There she is. I got to see you make your cookie today. You make your cookies today. They looked really good. But I got to watch, but I couldn't have audio on. Yeah. Well, some of it is she's kind of like me in the spirit where she doesn't want to throw anything away. And so all the better if she cleans it out and then sends it to me. She doesn't have to throw it away. So she had sent me the box, and so I was excited. It was like, a home version of Happy Mail. So I was super excited about that. And now I just got to figure out where to put it all. Because I just don't have all the space. And my husband says, you're going to have to learn to say no. What's the fun in that? Thank you for sprinkling, Michelle. I appreciate that. I think I sprinkled to your page already. But thank you for sprinkling me further out. I know you were in an event today, so I know most of the time you have to join those events. So I appreciate you being here while you are here. And yes, and sporting the nice new apron. So I love it. I'm super excited about it, and I appreciate it so much. It was the nicest thing that anybody has ever done for me. Okay, I am just trying to cover this thing, and I'm just using the plaster chalk paint to cover it real quick. so that we can wrap it in the napkin, or wrap the napkin around it. I am not going to be able to, I think because the tin lid is so tight, I'm probably not going to be able to, I'm afraid to paint and then put napkin on the top edge because it's very tight when I was putting it on, so I was having a hard time pulling it off. So, let me get some of the blue covered, or this bluish purple color covered. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use this napkin, and we're going to put the napkin on the outside. You know what? I could probably do that, but my mom sent me the box full of like stuff. She said, I'm cleaning out my, where everything she has is, she has an office, and she said, I'm cleaning out my craft box and I'm going to send you a bunch of stuff. And so, oh, so you got both the devices on. So you went to the doctor today, and now you're doing your billing for the auction. I got to watch part of it, but then I got pulled out of it for a work meeting, so I missed the rest of your auction. I started to try to watch the replay last night, but then got pulled off on something else too. So, but well, hi Christina, welcome in. Happy Thursday to you. Glad to have you join us again. You're becoming a consistent face with a lot of us crafters, and we really appreciate your support. Okay, so let's see. Let me dry this real quick. I'm going to make sure that it's dry, and then we can work on putting the napkin on, and we'll see kind of what it turns out to be. This is a tin, just a tin can that, let me see, I have another one. So it comes like in like a pack of 3, and they're little Christmas tins that I guess you gift to people in like a basket or something. Well, my friend had gotten one, and she had asked me if I could do something with these tins, and I said, challenge accepted. So I think what I'm going to try to do is instead of having a jar, I'm going to make it a gratitude tin. So it's going to be a gratitude tin. So I spent a few minutes before watching some of the hilarious cooking activity on the Sacred Treasure House. And while I was doing that, I went to Canva and created a couple little images. So this is just a little boy and a girl with the words gratitude jar on top. And I did a larger version and then a smaller version, because what I want to do is I want to put this, after putting the napkin on top, I want to put this on top. I didn't spend the time to fussy cut, all because of the wording at the top. So I figured it would be okay. So I'm going to put those on after. And then I pulled out, so I have some white ribbon, and I have some pretty pink ribbon that I thought might kind of match a little bit of the art. Like, so I don't know, we'll see. If not, then I've always got like a bunch of lace and stuff back here. Go figure. Okay, so let me, I moved things around in my, there it is. This is my Mod Podge brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Mod Podge, And I took, so this is it's a 1-ply, well, it was a 2-ply. So all I had to do was pull one of the plies off the back. So I did that in advance because sometimes my experience with the Dollar Tree napkins is that they're good, but sometimes there's some imperfections. And so when you go to pull the plies apart, you end up like ripping your napkin. So I had to be really careful, and I worked on that in advance. Well, hello, Julie. I'm so glad to have you watching me today and joining me. I know it's been a busy day for everybody, so I feel honored that you guys are here. Okay. So, let me see. Oh, it's on. Okay. There's little, that's just all the way around it. Okay. Then we don't have to worry about it. So I am taking a tin. It's one of these hot cocoa tins that was gifted to me by a friend, and I am going to turn it into a gratitude tin or a gratitude jar, but it's a tin. Christina, okay, I need you to teach me how to create an Amazon store. Oh, okay. Heard you say you have so it's actually just an Amazon list. It's for the Amazon store, but it's not, I don't get paid for it or anything. So, but yeah, I can teach you. It's not hard at all. Happy to do that. I mean, that's the at least I could do for what you've done for me. Christina, today has not been such a good day. This morning was fine until you got home from school. Then your shoulder was acting up. Now it's a little better. Okay, well, I'm gonna start writing things down for prayers. Heaven's sakes. So with Carla and strep throat and okay, and then Christina, shoulder pain. Okay. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you coming in just to make your rounds. That's makes me feel good. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to see if this napkin will actually go all the way around or if I'm going to have to do... Oh, it will. Oh, it will. Oh, yay. Okay, so it'll go all the way around. Now, I'm going to have to figure out this top. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't look too bad, but I don't know. We'll deal with that later. Okay, so I'm going to get my Mod Podge out. Thank you for the hearts. So everybody, we need to pray. Pray for Carla. She left work and went to the doctor, and I don't know if the tests are back yet, the results are back, but she thinks she's got strep throat. Are the results back, Carla? Who else had strep? Oh, that was somebody else, not in the crafting community that had strep throat. That was my boss. She had strep throat. But she has young children, so she's got little petri dishes that run around her household. Okay. All right, we're gonna lay this on. I'm gonna use some plastic to try to help kind of smooth out the wrinkles. Oh, that's working. The rapid results say yes, but they sent one to the lab to confirm, and you'll find out tomorrow. Okay. All right, well, be sure to let us know. That way we can continue to pray for your healing. All right, so I'm just going to work my way around. I don't want to get the napkin all folded up and all over the place. But I'm just going to wrap the napkin around it, and then what we'll do is, I did change my my sanding paper on the gator. Took me a hot minute to find it. Okay. All right, so I'm working on that. And I'm sorry, I've been kind of so I've really been trying to get into some of the events, but man, they fill up so quick. And I know, Michelle, you were saying the same thing, that you had the same problem. It's like if you pause even a moment to check your calendar to make sure you're not overlapping on another event, it's like, boom, the event's full. And I have some limitations to times. Oh, it's going crooked. I wonder why that is. Maybe the napkin's crooked. I don't know. But I don't want it to wonder why. Maybe it's a manufacturing imperfection, either on the napkin or the tin. I don't know. But yeah, so it was like the events they're filling up so quickly. Okay, I'm going to have to do a little cut and snippy. Maybe it's because it's pulling. But anyway, so I probably, whoops, and I just ripped my napkin trying to pull it, force it where it needed to go. So I won't have any events until March now. Have kind of a crazy life. Things just get cray around here. Yeah. Yeah, well, me too. And it's like, not always can I be watching, when the polls are posted. So it's hard. All right, let's see if I can make that work. That's starting to lay a little bit better. So I'm going to be creative and come up with some things to do on lives. So Carla, if you want to do the same thing, well, Julie, I know you managed to get into a lot. You're a part of a lot of groups. And so is Michelle. But what I would love to do, and I offered this to Tasha, but we're not going to be able to do it until spring when Tasha's ready to do that. But I would like to do kind of like, I've seen Petra do it, where she has a friend on and they craft together. So I'd love to try that and see, like, have a kind of a team thing where you're crafting with friends kind of thing. So I just recently joined AIC, Adventures in Crafting. And along with Sacred Treasure House, and of course I'm always committed to Craft Events by Julie, but I wanted to make sure, in order to allow other people, I didn't sign up for like all of the events that Julie was offering, because I wanted, her group to grow too. And it's no fun when it's the same people and they're not sharing spots. So I didn't choose a lot of the spots. And then the polls got posted and I didn't get in on the March ones. So it's okay. And unfortunately, Mondays I can do it right after I get off work, but after that, typically we have to go to, I think I shared this with you. Not all of you probably were on when I explained this, but so my husband is going to ministry school, and because he is going to ministry school, we have to go to these. So he's required to go to certain things at the church. And so even though we don't have church on Monday nights, there is church on Monday nights. It's like prayer. It's like a prayer meeting type of thing. And he is required to attend 2 of them a week. And so we go on at, they have one at 6:00 on Thursday mornings. So at 6 a.m. we are there, and then we go on Monday nights. And so, and it's fine. I don't have a problem going, and, and he appreciates the fact that I support him in that. Okay, so this is where we're at so far. So we've got this tin. I'm still debating about this. I'm not quite sure. If I paint it, I'm afraid that the lid's not going to slide on. So I don't know. We'll find it. But so that's where we're at. We've got the tin covered, and I'm going to just make sure it's dry real quick. So if you're wearing earbuds, watch your ears. So I wanted to do some type of collaboration type of thing where we decide to do like a craft and we can bring each other in on our lives. So if that's something that you're interested in, Carla, or anybody else, I mean, I've offered it up to Tasha. We're going to do a smash can together in the spring. I think she wants to do it in the spring, right? 6 a.m. That is, yes. So we're up at 5:15 in the morning to get ready. Because I have to, as soon as we get back, then I have to go to work. So I feed the dogs when we get back, and then I go to work. So yes, I was up at the crack of dawn this morning. But that's okay. Any extra time, I don't have tons of time. And so any extra time that I have an opportunity to spend with the Lord, I am. So, yes, absolutely, Tasha. I am looking forward to that smash can project that we're going to work on together. I know I have one event in March that I'm going to do. I think because of the title of the event that I could figure out how to do, I'm going to do a smash can, but that does not mean, because I have I have an unlimited supply of those things, Okay, so I'm going to just watch your ears if you don't like the sound of the gator. I'm going to go around it real quick. I would love to kind of start doing some things like that, like the collaboration kind of things where where we're able to kind of do some different things. And like, there was like a fad where people were making signs out of, like, you know, by the front door, where they were making signs that sat by the front door, but they were out of like board planks. And so I had my husband help me put together the board planks. And so I did that with my girlfriend that I craft with on a monthly basis. And that was really fun. So I'd like to do that on a long distance scale with maybe one of you guys or all of you guys. But I don't want to, I'm not interested in setting up and doing like running event groups or anything like that. I don't have time, unfortunately. Work is something that takes a lot of my time. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put the napkin on the lid, on the top of the lid. I'm not going to do the sides because I think what I'm going to do is eventually I'm going to do ribbon around the sides, and then I'm going to Mod Podge my little images on the front and the top, and then we'll see where we're at. So yeah, my life is a little cray-cray right now because of the fact that my husband is in ministry school, and those particular requirements then keep us busy. Okay, so I am going to lay this on top. See if I can do that without making too many wrinkles. So we got our RV back. Last time, well, some of the group knows, we had to send our RV back to the dealer because when we bought it, they realized that the navigation screen was broken, and with a big RV as what we have, you can't back up, so you need the navigation screen. Christina, you're ready for Valentine's Day? Do you have big plans? I'm pretty much exhausted my Valentine's crafting capabilities. You can see it back here. I did the cork heart, which was one day, and then not long ago I did one of those little, I don't know what they're like, balsa wood cutting board shapes and I had just found these like for I don't know if you can see it, for $1.99 at the secondhand store. I can't really see it. But I found those for $1.99 at the thrift store. So I was like, whoop, whoop, win for me. Hi, Chris. Welcome in. How are you doing today? How are you feeling? I don't get to see you or talk to you very often anymore. I miss you. I'm working on a tin can makeover. So no plans for you. Oh, you have to work? No, where do you work? Because you're working on Valentine's Day. Where do you work? And is it something that is a special thing for your work? You love the cork heart. You may do that tomorrow since you can't go to work. Do you have corks? I just kind of figured out what space, let me kind of tell you how I did it. I don't know. I figured out, like, in the space that I was doing, because this is kind of like almost like a shadow box. So it's got a little bit of a ledge. And I just kind of laid it out ahead of time before I started gluing down. Tip, 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 is to kind of lay it out so that you know how wide you can actually go to this point before you start splitting back off again to get your humps. And then I ended up, because there was a lot of glue at the bottom, because I had to use a lot of hot glue, I put lace around the bottom to kind of hide that glue. And then, I don't know if you can see it, but I did, oh yeah, there you go, a little bit of pearls. And they look blue from here, but they were supposed to be white pearls. Everything's falling down. My craft stash all kind of, you can see it's starting to get taller. So you have a bunch of corks. Cool. So you're doing good. I'm glad to hear that. And you don't have any plans. Oh, so you work at a grocery store. Oh. Oh. Do you decorate cakes? Because you work in the bakery at the grocery store? Oh, I bet you Valentine's Day is fun there. You have one of Julie's husband's frames. Woohoo! He makes them and you use them. That's awesome. Yeah, my husband is rather handy like that too. It's just that he is a handyman, so when he comes home, he doesn't like to, it's kind of like it's like the plumber's wife. You know, the plumbing is secondhand. Well, having a handyman as a husband, it's like the same thing. We have tons of unfinished projects around here. You don't decorate the cakes, but you work in the bakery. Well, that's fabulous. I think that's great. I would enjoy working in the bakery, except for I would probably be, gaining weight because I have a serious sweet tooth, and it has been all I can do to stay away from sweets while we are doing this new diet. Now, I've managed to lose, I've like 6 pounds, but I've kind of found that I'm plateauing, I'm fluctuating, where I go between, I lose the 6 and then I gain 1 pound back and then I go back down, and I gain 1 pound back and I go back down. And it's like, what is going on with that weight? Okay, so I have this little thingy, little image that I made. So I have 2 of them. I have 2 different sizes. I did this in Canva myself, and then put the words gratitude jar right above it in kind of like a really pretty cursive writing type of thing. Thank you, Carla. It's hard. The older we get, the harder it is to lose weight. And I really have been struggling. But I'm still trying to stick with it and stay healthy as best I can. Eat healthy as best I can. Okay, so I am just going to put the Mod Podge on the back of this little image. I'm going to put it on top of the jar. And I'm going to use my plastic okay. Because of the way it's cut, it looks lopsided, but I think it's... So I got that on the top. And I think it's okay. I think I can go over the top of it now to seal it. I don't want to go over it constantly and rework it, because even with LaserJet, because I have a LaserJet printer, even when you print things out on a LaserJet, you can still smear. Oh, 35 years. Well, congratulations. And happy early anniversary on your work anniversary. That's awesome. Oops. There's part of that craft stash. A tumbling down. It's an avalanche. It just comes falling down. Yeah, the napkin is doing a little puckering. Okay. All right, we'll set that aside. Okay, and so we'll put this one on. And that should fit in there just perfectly. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put Mod Podge on the back of... My house is starting to smell good because we decided that we're doing beef stew tonight in the crock pot. And it's starting to smell good. And it's healthy. Because I didn't use any, so we're trying to keep the carbs cut out, so I didn't use any flour. So you and Canva, you just need time to figure it out, maybe tomorrow and this weekend. Yeah, the other thing that I could task you to do, because if you want to learn, so if you go into YouTube, what do I like to sew? That's a loaded question. Let me explain to Carla real quick, and then I'll answer your question, Chris. So if you go in to YouTube, just youtube.com, there will be, if you haven't already been into YouTube and created an account, you can go in and create yourself an account. Create your account with, instead of using your name, Carla Pratt, use Carla's Bayou Creations, and you can put it all in the first name field. It doesn't require you to fill out anything in the second name field. Or in the last name field. All you have to do is put it in the first name field. Create your password using your email, and so use your email as the login, and it'll walk you through setting up a password. So if you do that, and you get your YouTube account set up, you've got half the battle done. So that then when you and I talk and you have time, I can give you instructions on how to go and get your videos, download them, and install them onto YouTube so that you have a place to save them and you don't lose them as Facebook is starting to get rid of videos. So if you can figure that out, if you can't figure it out, that's fine. Let me know. I'll do my best to jump on a call and try to help you. The challenge I have is that when you do it on an iPad, not all of this, I have an iMac, or I have a Mac laptop, or a MacBook, and not all of the things match up. Where I see things, they are not in the same place on an iPad. And so, watch your ears. I'm going to... So, to answer your question, what do I like to sew? Well, I like to sew, and I don't have one here. So, I really started making coffee table covers, but what I did was I took fat quarters from like Walmart. So you have a personal YouTube account? Okay. I think you can go in and set up a second one, but you can't, you have to use a different email address. So if you have 2 emails, one for Carla's Bayou Creations, if you have an email that's set up, you could log in separately and set up an account for that. But if it logs you in automatically on your personal account, you'll have to log out so that it gives you the ability to create a new one. But you'll make a business. Okay. Yeah. So you just have to have a separate email address, because if you're using the same email, then Facebook recognizes, or not Facebook, YouTube recognizes it, and then they're going to log you back into your other account. So, okay. So this is where we're at. We've got this. So to finish answering your question about sewing, what do I like to sew? So I went to economics. I had home ec in high school, and I learned how to sew, like from patterns and things like that. But what I discovered is I didn't really enjoy sewing from patterns. I really just enjoy like sewing, stuff that I can do straight stitch. So like piecing together blankets. I've taken fat quarters and I piece them together and make like almost like dust covers to lay on my coffee table, so that I can change them out for the holidays, things like that. That's what I like to do. I have one halfway made, and so I think one of my lives, maybe I'll actually break out the sewing machine and we'll finish sewing it so that you can see the sewing part of me, because I really do. I find joy in sewing, but because I have such a small space, it's a lot of effort for me to get it out and get it going. Hi, Lynn. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. We are doing I had a tin. So these little Swiss Miss like tins, they're cocoa, and my friend had gotten them for Christmas and she passed them on to me. So I started by I decoupaged the purple napkin from the Dollar Tree, and I've had those for a long time, so I actually think I paid $1 for them. Not anymore, but I know that they do have them still at the Dollar Tree. And we decoupaged that on, and then what I did was I had went to Canva and I managed to create this cute little image of a boy and a girl praying. And I put the word gratitude jar at the top. So this is kind of turned into a gratitude tin instead of a gratitude jar. But that's okay. We're not going to split hairs about it being a tin and not a jar. So, and I did the top with a similar image, or it's actually the same image, just smaller, so that the lid could fit on. And so that's just kind of where we're at. I think I might have to do something around, because this is a rib. I don't know if you guys can really tell, but this where that blue is, it's ribbed. And so I didn't think I was going to be able to put a napkin around there and then hinder the lid from going on and off. So I don't know. I'm open to thoughts. If anybody has any suggestions, it looks okay when you put the cover on it, but put the top on it, and see, it's very finicky. So it's like you have to be super lined up in order to get the lid back on. So I think what I was going to do, let me get some of this stuff out of my way. And so I have some white ribbon, and that is too big. And I have some pink ribbon, which if I glued it around, let me show you holding it with my fingers. Okay. But that's still, don't know what to do about that blue. I'm wondering, what about jute? Let me see. Let me grab my jute. Oh! Sorry about that. Oh my gosh. I freak you guys out? See, it's a tumbling, like... Okay. So I have smaller jute. So if I go around, might be able to go around a couple times with the smaller jute, or let's see what I have. I have, let's see, I have 3 different sizes. Okay. I could do, what do you guys think here? I'll hold this up. Actually, first I need to get rid of that blue, because no matter what I do on the lid, a larger ribbon that could hang down and cover the blue. Oh, that's okay. That's a good idea. While the lid is on anyway. Okay. Oh, I see what you're talking about. So if I were to do white, well, here, let me show you the jute, and you guys can tell me, do you want the jute or, and then I'll show you what it looks like with the white ribbon. Because I could go around the bottom edge. Here, let me hold it a little bit tighter. I could go around the bottom edge of that, and I could do it probably twice to get rid of, to hide that blue, because there's that ridge I was telling you about. So it would fit right between that and the ridge, and then I could go over it, even maybe with a smaller, no, I'd have to go around twice with the same thickness of jute. So that is one possibility. Well, there we go. Okay. I would have to glue it so that it would stay in place, but so that's what it would look like with the jute. Let's see what it would look like with the ribbon. This is a little bit thicker ribbon. So the suggestion is maybe to, and it's longer than, or bigger. And actually, that might work pretty well too. Okay. So if I glued it around the lid, I have to make sure it's positioned correctly because of the silver, but I could do the white ribbon and then maybe a pink ribbon detail. It's hard to, like, I'm very visual, so I've got to kind of see it before I do it. But I want to show you guys too. See if I can do that. Okay, so that's with the white, which then if we did the little pink ribbon, hold on, I gotta do a quick change out with the fingers so that maybe the pink ribbon would go in the center of it. Whoops. Well, I mean, but you get the point. The pink ribbon would go maybe in the center. So I guess, thank you, Christina. Thank you for joining and watching. I appreciate you. Thank you. And thank you. God bless to you too. And I'll be praying for you and your shoulder pain, okay? So do you like the jute? So, okay, so let's do this. So tell me, do you want jute or do you like the ribbon? So thank you, Michelle, for joining. Yep, I'm gonna finish up here with this ribbon or jute, and then we're gonna go. So you like it both ways. Well, Lynn, you're not helping me out any. Anybody else have an opinion? Lynn is not helping me out. She is too amiable. Okay, so there's the ribbon, and that's what it would look like. And then the other would be the medium size, my medium size jute, which would be like 2 times around. I'd have to go at the bottom. Actually, I could do both, Lynn. Okay, Kathy says the ribbon. I could do both, because if I cover up the purple with the jute around the base, I could still do, no, I guess, no, okay. I think, yep, the ribbon is the way to go. Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Kathy, and thank you, Lynn. I appreciate it. Thank you, Carla. I know you're not feeling well, so I appreciate you helping out and joining me when you're not feeling well. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, is we're going to do the ribbon. And then we're going to wrap this live up for tonight. Okay. I am going to, let's see. We're going to, I think Fabri-Tac will work with the tin. Woo! What is going on? I had a big glob of glue coming out. All right, let's see. This will be the back. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to generously put some Fabri-Tac on the edge of the lid. And then we're going to start, because the intent is for that ribbon to hang over the edge so that it covers that purple. So the only time you see the purple is when you take the lid off to put something inside the gratitude jar. Okay. So we're going to just glue her on real quick, and we're going to get her rocking and a rolling. And we'll show you what it looks like. Because then I like the pink. It kind of sets it off. Because the white gets a little bit washed out with the purple and the white napkin. So I think what I'll do is, and I think, did I say thank you for joining, Michelle? Because I know if you have already left or not, but I know that you said you had to run, so I appreciate you joining. Okay. One more side, and then we will get the pink glued on. We'll wrap her up for the night. Okay. I started to ask everybody what their Valentine's Day. Yeah, the pink will make it pop. I agree. A pink kind of just gives it a little pop. But anybody else have Valentine's Day plans? I think Christina was, when she was on, she said she didn't have anything. But of course, Carla, you're not going to have plans because you need to like get better. Hi, Lucy. Welcome in. We are working on kind of a makeover of a little tin. And real quick here. So this was like a hot cocoa tin that you get for Christmas. And so I made it into a gratitude jar. I just decoupaged it with the purple napkin from the Dollar Tree. And we're working on the lid right now. So I just, on the lid, I decoupaged the purple. And then I have this little image that I created from Canva that has a couple little children praying. And thank you for sprinkling. I really appreciate it. Well, Carla, you're not supposed to have plans. You're supposed to start getting better. You start to work on healing. No plans for you either, Lynn. We aren't doing anything big. We had some friends that invited us over for dinner. So our responsibility is to take salad. And so I'm going to take salad, and thank you, Lucy. I appreciate that. And who can pass up? It's Valentine's Day. So, we got to have some chocolate. So I bought, it's gluten-free. I think it's called Pamela's. So it's gluten-free, brownie mix. So I'm going to make some gluten-free brownies because, if, Valentine's Day, you got to have chocolate. I am sorry, but the two go hand in hand. Thank you. Yeah, I just created it in Canva. So I use Canva, and they have like, their image generation. So you describe exactly what you want. And I asked them for a couple little kids praying, and I wanted it to look like cartoonish with like a watercolor effect. And I ended up getting this, and I did a couple tweaks to it to make sure that the little boy, it was, recognizable, but that it was a little boy and a little girl. So I put him in blue, but I knew I was using purple. Definitely brownies. Got to do brownies. So you're going to make brownies too for Valentine's Day? Do you have any plans, Lucy, other than making brownies for Valentine's Day? So I am just finishing gluing up this ribbon here. I got one more side. And then I'll start now. So I know Carla and Christina need prayers. So is there anyone else out there that needs some prayers tonight? We're going to close in prayer, and I'll pray for you. I just got a big old honka glue. Let me see if I can dab that glue off. Without making it goobery. Ugh. All right. Okay, so now I can trim it. Let's see. We can try to do it on the corner. It's a little bit harder. You're going to go thrifting? Oh, I'm jealous. Lucy, you're going to be cleaning and crafting. Right on, girl. Chris, you make chocolate covered strawberry. Oh man, you're speaking my love language. You are speaking my love language. I am a chocolate. You're going to watch movies and relax. Yeah, that's a good idea. I totally get that. Well, my husband has to work. So I will probably be on live. I'll come live on Saturday for a little while. And I don't know what I'm going to craft yet, but we'll figure it out. I mean, it's not like I don't have a pile of stuff that is like an avalanche. Okay, so here, let's put the lid back on and we'll see what we look like. Again, it's like, so that's why I didn't want to paint it that blue, is because it is hard to get the lid on. And I did not want to make it, there we go. Bingo. I still see a little bit because the ribbon, let's see, does it fit down? Still see a little bit of that, but you know what? I think I could probably go back with a little bit of white paint or maybe ribbon and fix it, because I do see a little bit just barely on the edge, but it worked on all of the other sides. So of course it's the one on front. So I don't know. This is a crazy lid, but I think it's turning out really cute, and I'll have to go back in off camera. I don't want to spend your time and me doing my nitpicky stuff. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Carla. So you just got done sewing and putting a zipper in a skirt? You're my kind of gal. I do not know how to do that. You have a big hat box. Oh, that would be fun. I don't have a hat box. But that would be fun to like do something creative with. You'll have to let me know when you do that. Do you do your own lives separate from an event anymore, Kathy? Because maybe we need to do something like that. I don't know if I could get a hat box, but down in this mess somewhere, I do have a couple cigar boxes. So I could do a cigar box while you're doing your hat box. If you wanted to do a collaboration crafting day, I'm all about it. We could go live and laugh. All right. Let me get rid of this, and let's see here. Any besides Christina and Carla, any prayer requests? Not seeing any at the moment. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I'll go in and touch up right around the edge so that it doesn't show. Maybe with napkin, or maybe if I just do a little bit of white paint on a detail brush. A lady at church gave it to you. You do lives on your own? Okay. But you haven't done one since it's been cold. Well, hello. Hello. We need to do one together. I think that would be so much fun. And then when Carla gets healed, we'll do one with Carla. I don't know how many people you can do other than like do an event group type of thing. But maybe. Prayers for your niece, Tina, so she can find a donor. Okay. Let me write that down. Tina. Looking for a donor. Okay. All right, I got her down. Anything else? Anybody else have? Yes, see, that's what I'm talking about. I would love to do that. We'll have to figure that out. Okay. up to 3 if I'm not mistaken. You're up to 3 if you're not mistaken. Okay. What, up to 3. What did I say? That, boy, that's hard. I'm like, what did I say? Up to 3 if you're not mistaken. Help me remember what I said that you're responding to me, Carla. While you're doing that, we're going to pray because I've eaten up enough of your time, and I appreciate every one of you guys coming on and joining me and spending time. That is like the most precious gift. And I know you hear that said by a lot of the crafters out there, but you can do up to 3. Thank you. See, I'm like, squirrel. People can go live together, but up to 3. Okay. Oh, that would be fun. Right on. All right. So you guys just have to let me know. And Lucy, if you want to get in on this, we'd love to have you too. Do you go live? Do you do lives at all? Or it doesn't matter if you have a business page, you can do your live on your personal page. But, that would be so much fun. Do you have like a cigarette box or a hat box or something, Carla? The 3 of us could go and do a live together. That would be fun. Fun. Okay, let's pray. I'm going to pray us out, and then, because we need to get on with our lives, and I so appreciate you guys coming on and spending this time with me. Okay. I'm going to get these things and lay them in front of me so that I can remember as I'm praying, because I do the squirrel thing. Okay. So you do, Carla, cool, but you don't have a page. That's fine. If you like to craft and you want to do a live together, I would love to have you join me, and we could do a live together and craft and do something. We could pick something random, something that both of us might have that we could do. Tasha's gonna join me in the spring, and because she wants to do a smash can. So I told her I would go on and we could do a smash can together. So if there's a topic or if there's something that you want to do, I would love to host you and bring you into a live, and we could work on that together. And Lynn, you're not excluded. You're a busy woman, though. I know you are like crazy busy, but you're not excluded from that. I would love to have you be a part of that too. I just don't want to run an event group. That's the problem is because I don't have time to do that, but I have time to where we could spend an hour together crafting. And if it's a big craft, maybe we do it in a couple segments or something like that. But same with you, Lynn. I would kill to have an opportunity to do some crafting with you. But anyway, okay, I need to pray because here I am, squirrel. Again, sorry about that, ladies. All right, so let's pray. Dear Lord, we come to you with our open hearts, and we just want to thank you so much for the time and the opportunity to be able to spend this time together. Everyone in this community is just such a lovely people, and they are such a loving community, Lord. And we give of each other's time to each other, and we just ask that you bless that time that we are giving to the other person, Lord. And we just ask that you really lay your healing hands on Carla, Lord, as she has strep throat. And we are just asking for a quick healing, and we are asking for the pain any fevers and all of those things that come with strep throat, that they disappear quickly, that with your help, this is such a short-term illness, that she comes away unscathed, Lord. And we ask that you touch Christina's shoulder as she is having some shoulder pain. We just ask that you lay your hands on her shoulder and just have all of that pain disappear just instantly, and let her be aware that it was you that removed that pain, Lord. And we just ask that you be with niece Tina as she is looking for a donor, Lord. And we just ask that you put that right person in the right place with the right blood type and the right organ to be able to help with a donor, become that donor for her, so that ultimately her life will be renewed, and then make both those people aware that it was you that stepped in between and made that happen, Lord, because it's only you that can do this. There's not a single one of us. It's not within our power. It is within your power, Lord. And we just ask that you bless everyone who has joined this live today, even the ones who have had to drop off for other events or commitments, Lord. And we just ask that you bless each one of them throughout their evening and throughout their week and into the weekend, Lord. We just ask that you do this in your name, Jesus Christ. Amen. Thank you guys so much. Oh, Lynn, you make my heart flutter. Thank you. You are such a crazy busy person with the little store that you have and all of the crafting that you do and all the lives that you do. So you're a very busy person. All right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. I am so looking forward to this new opportunity to collaborate. So we'll try to work on maybe a time where we can get all of that on the calendar, and we'll start working through kind of what it looks like for everybody. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate your time. And I have all three of these names on my list, because this actually goes with me into my prayer life in the evenings when I spend time with the Lord. And it on top of praying, in these events. So I will be an intercessor for all of you in prayer. I want to thank you guys again for your time. I love you guys so much. I am so excited and looking forward to the next opportunity where we can talk again. Probably on Saturday, but we'll see how that goes. And I love you all, and God bless.